Yo, welcome back to my channel, The Classic Manny. It is your boy and I am back with another video. Today I'll be sharing my final year university experience. You guys need to get your drinks and your snacks ready because we've got a lot to talk about, a lot. Okay, I'm proud to let you guys know that I'm graduating with 2-1 in Business and Human Resources from University of Hertfordshire. To say that out loud is even surreal. Like, to this day I still can't believe it because I really doubted myself, especially during final year, because final year was so different, it was so hard. I'll explain why in a second. It has just been, for lack of a better word, an interesting journey. When it came to the academic year, it was the same as second year in terms of it going by so quickly but feeling so slow at the same time. However, if you do not know, I did a foundation degree for the first 2 years under the University of Hertfordshire, but in a different campus altogether. And then final year we went to the main university. I was in the De Havilland campus and I completed my full degree there from 2017 2018. The only difference I would say when it comes to foundation degrees compared to a regular degree is the fact that it's fully tutorial based, whereas with a full degree you have lectures and tutorials. I feel like foundation degrees are good for people who don't know what they want to do with their life. Like, okay, I want to do business, but where in business do I want to go into? I want to do art, but where in art? Do I want to do cultural art? Do I want to do this kind of art? But that kind of art. What I loved about first year the most was the fact that we got to learn all areas of business, from law to marketing to finance. The workload is quite similar to what you would have to do if you did a full degree in first and second year anyway. The transition from second year to final year when it came to like going to lectures, it was not easy for the first week or two because it was so different. The few friends that made it with me through second year to final year were not in my class for everything. The workload, oh god. When it came to the workload though, semester A was when I felt it. I'll put my video about my meltdown in the card section. Boy, if you watch that video, you know that it was a lot. At one point I was like, I can't do this anymore, I'm just ready to drop out. I understand why people drop out in final year because it is actually so hard. I did not do a dissertation because it was not an option, and I kind of thank God. I think they kind of knew that no, it's not going to work, you know. Even though I didn't do one, the workload was still a lot. I'll say that we did over 20,000 words in total if you add all the word counts together for the academic year. So it's not like it was an easy walk in the park, like you dodged assignments. There was assignments and exams to do, so it didn't make that much of a difference. The word count for this academic year was mainly 3,000 words. Last year was 2,000, the year before was 1,000. So as you go up, it's going to increase as well. My strong points was my structure. I knew what to do to get to those 3,000 words basically. The best way in which I dealt with the workload was doing the research for the assignments immediately. Like, you don't have to start the assignment there and then. Just do the research because that is the job half done. Once you've done the research, even if you've got 2 weeks or 3 weeks to do the assignment, you have enough time to literally structure it. Put your research into the paragraphs where you feel like it will best fit, because it has to flow. So you can't just do an assignment where there's no structure and there's no flow. But it helped me get through final year a lot more than any other year because I think I kept that strategy, but I really stuck to it this year because I could not put myself in a predicament where I was stressing. What I refuse to do is put extra stress on myself because university is stressful as it is. I cannot come and die. Another advice to be ahead of your tutors and your lecturers. A lot of them go at such a slow pace. By the time they've actually taught you what you need to know about your assignment, it'll be a week left to the deadline and it'll be useless. Go and look at your assignment brief, go and look at your slides before, because it will really help you save a lot of time. Speaking of tutors and lecturers, when it came to the teaching, okay, I'm not going to be too harsh. Compared to second year, we had more qualified tutors and lecturers, but it didn't change the fact that a majority of them were useless. I was like, because a lot of them were quite old, I would say 50s, 60s, 70s, they are not technically savvy. They're not into technology, so they were struggling. They were giving us presentation slides from 1999. The slide had a yellow background. A whole yellow background. I was like, oh, interesting, okay. What even annoyed me is that one in particular, he would talk about how he gets paid less than a train driver every single time, and I had it for 2 modules. I had it for 2 modules, and that was all I heard. We had to learn a topic and teach the class. And we had to learn it through journals. How can we... that was just a shambles. I'm telling you, like, this academic year, if I relied on those teachers, I would have got a third. Or even a fail. I can't even say I got half my information from my exams, from the slides, or from the lecturers. I learned them online. So my attendance, it was worse than last year. I would say with the academic year, I attended 50% of it. I commute. So I do not want to go and waste £20 to £25 a day on travel to come to lectures to hear someone talk about how to get paid less on train driver. No. I don't want to come in, waste my money on travel to hear that, oh, the computers are broken. I've got that at home. I made sure I went to the lectures and tutorials that I felt were useful to me and that I could learn something from. The ones that I did miss, I tried to catch up. One module called the Strategic Leadership in a Changing World. The tutor was the one that spoke about how he gets paid less than a train driver. On top of that too, the time that they put that lesson in was ridiculous. They want me to come in just for a 3 to 5 lecture. I was like, I'm not going to waste my travel money on this. So I probably missed about 75 to 85% of that. Funny enough, I believe I got a 2-1 in the exam for that module and 2 1s for the assignments. Don't miss lectures unless you feel like it is not benefiting you at all. If you're like, okay, you're wasting money, you're wasting time, because every time matters. The time that I'm spending on travel to come to lecture, sit there for 2 hours, be bored out of my brain, go back home, I'm wasting so much I could use to work and get work done. So I would definitely say, be observant and look at those that are useful. Don't miss it because Emmanuel said so. Don't do that. So when it comes to every module, they all have a core textbook that you need to purchase. I only bought one textbook, and that was because you could take this exam. So I was like, okay, I would rather use my money for that and go and sit there looking like bread in the exam. So I bought that book. I think it was £50. And the good thing was that most of the textbooks were also online. There was electronic versions as well. And what I love about those is that you can actually search for what you want specifically. One of the other modules, I think it was employment relations, the tutor had his own textbook. He told us to buy the textbook. But someone told me, wait, because you don't need it for the exam. So wait and see if you can go online. People bought the physical copy of it. 2 weeks later, he uploaded an electronic version online. I was like, you guys played yourself. I had 4 exams in total, 1 in January and 3 in May. I got a 2-1 in 2 of my exams and a 2-2 in 1 of my exams. The 2-2 was because the man told us to revise specific topics for the exam. We go into the exam now. So someone just told me, write everything that you revised on the notes section and then look at the question so you don't forget anything. I'll open the exam question. I'm looking at the compulsory question. Who's revised that? Nobody had revised that topic. What even might have saved me that question was the fact that I've actually learned that topic through another module. So I was able to use that kind of knowledge to kind of go around that question and get a few marks at least. So what I did was go and answer a question that I was more confident with, then came back to that. And I will always say, write everything that you know before you do your exam, because questions can throw you off. I feel my issue with GCSEs and A-levels is that questions threw me off. By the time I finished the exam, everyone was angry. People were kicking their chairs like, F this man, I want to get this man, I want to sue him. It was crazy. I got 3 2-1s in total with my exams and 1 2-2. As I mentioned, I already explained why. Altogether, I got 2-1. When it comes to the University of Hertfordshire, it is so diverse. When you enter the de Havilland campus, they have flags for each student's ethnicity. Like, how they managed to fit that all in, I don't know. But I saw Antigua, I saw Ghana, I saw Nigeria, I saw Algeria, I saw Angola. Like, it's just so diverse. Like, I was seeing people that looked like me there. I was like, I feel proud to be here. And because it was my first year being in the main uni, I was like, wow, interesting. Word to Carly Red. Communication with the lecturers was so bad. Oh no, oh no. Literally, I remember I emailed one of my tutors for my results. He aired me. He aired me. I was like, how dare you? Everyone from the other tutors class got the results and I was there looking like bread. I was like, wow, thank you for airing my message, thank you. And he was young as well, so ridiculous. Group work, hey, group work, oh my god. Group work is the devil's work. Absolutely frustrating. It was the most frustrating experience of my life. One group work in particular, I took control of it. I was like, I cannot allow these people to make me fail. And what I didn't understand was that, are you not in final year with me? Don't you want to finish this degree? Like, I don't understand. I was like, what is wrong with you? Grammar, at your age, I'm not seeing punctuations. Literally, where's the paragraphs? I was like, where? Oh, how did you even get to finding it? I'm just here thinking, how did they get to finding it? Because I don't understand why they cannot formulate a good structure. I did a whole report for our group, and I was like, oh, this is not the structure. Boy, I've been getting my 2 1s and my first with the same structure. What are you talking about? Like, who do you think? If I start to talk, I'm so sorry. That literally, group work was the worst experience ever for me, and I know a lot of people can relate to this. So what helped me get through this academic year was making sure that I put my mental health as a priority, because it can be overwhelming. When I had that meltdown, I was like, man, you have to fix up. You need to make sure that you actually prioritize your mental health. So what I did was, I made sure, okay, if I feel like I need a break today, I work harder the next day. My advice when it comes to that is, you have 2 options. You take a break and then you go harder the next day, or you do the work, get it done, and then take a break. Because the reality is, you have to prioritize your mental health, but you also have to put your work as a priority as well. You know, so I made sure that, okay, if I take a break today, I'm going to go hard tomorrow. As I mentioned in my second year video, I've got 2 playlists for my assignments on Spotify that really helped me get through these assignments. My family and friends, them really encouraging me, like, man, you'll be okay, push through, I'm proud of you for getting this first, getting this 2 1, keep on going, you can do this. And also my grades. When I was getting the first and 2 1s, it just made me want to keep on going, like keep on going harder, and just making sure that I end on a high note, because I didn't go through these 3 years to end with a grade that I would not be happy with. One thing I want to make very clear is that, yes, a lot of like jobs are looking for 2 1s and first, but be proud of what you get, because you worked for it. Like, university is not easy. For you to be able to finish, I'm not saying it to be condescending, to make people feel better. Like, literally, that's the reality. University is hard. It is so hard. I know I told my friend Joyce at one point, I don't care what I get, as long as I finish. I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, there's one point where I just could not deal with it. It was just too much to bear. But be proud of what you get. If it was a first, a 2 1, a 2 2, a third, the fact that you finished, not everyone can say that. Not everyone can say that they finished. What I want people to understand is that university is not the end or be all. This comes from a graduate. So my final thoughts on university as a whole. So it has definitely been a life-changing experience. I have been able to develop skills that I didn't think I'd be able to through university, like communication skills, doing group presentations, leading groups, all that kind of stuff. Leadership skills in itself, like leadership skills is something that I never expected to develop, because I always shied away from that kind of roles, like telling people what to do, delegating tasks. It even helps me with the Creators Con. It helps me with YouTube. To make the 27k you're gonna have to pay back to university worth it, I would definitely say make sure you pick a course that you love, but will also get you a job once you finish university. If you're about to go into final year now, start researching already. Once they put those assignments up, you better go and research, baby, because you cannot play yourself. What you cannot come and do is play yourself, especially in final year, the final hurdle. Like, that's the point where you need to just go harder and just work hard. What is next? What is next? So I would definitely say that life post-university has definitely been a roller coaster in itself. Like, there's been a lot of highs, a lot of lows. I won't say I've been depressed, because that's a very heavy word to put on yourself without being diagnosed. So I would say there has been low moments, definitely, for sure, because obviously the uncertainty, where do you go from here, all that kind of stuff. But there are different resources available for us. Thank God we're in a country, if you're from the UK especially, thank God for the opportunities that we have for the connects, all that kind of stuff. So I've been applying for jobs through like Indeed, Total Jobs, or that kind of websites. If you've got any website you recommend, comment it down below and I'll definitely check it out. There's job seekers, allowance of job centers as well. I pray we all get the jobs of our dreams, because we deserve it. Like, the hard work, I'm telling you, it's not been an easy journey, and I know a lot of us can say the same thing. It's not been easy. I think that is all I really have to say when it comes to my university experience. I'm so glad I filmed this again. I've covered everything I need to say. Let me know your experience in the comment section down below. Your advice for post-university life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember to do you and be unapologetic.